So Donald Trump was panicking a little bit the other day because he's not sure he wants a debate moderator. Now, why would he not want a debate moderator? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because in the first town hall with Matt Lauer, there was this uproar and this outcry because Matt Lauer basically let Trump get away with some of his most brazen lies. Now, there were times where he had somewhat difficult questions. I remember he brought up a tweet about how, Trump said, "What did you expect? Obviously, there's going to be sexual assault in the military when you put men and women together." It was something to that effect. So he was, caught on that, but Trump wiggled his way out of it by saying, "Many people think that tweet is exactly correct. Believe me, tremendous. I don't know what you're talking about." So in other respects, though, when the Iraq War was discussed, Trump said, "I was against from the beginning. Hillary lied," because Hillary beforehand had said, no, he wasn't against from the beginning. So I'm like, no, I was against from the beginning. I was against it from the beginning. And Matt Lauer kind of let that slide. But it's factually incorrect to say he was against it from the beginning. He wasn't. There is audio of him on Howard Stern saying, "Yeah, I guess I'm for it." So now, again, you could say, well, Hillary's, thing was still worse because she had power at the time and she voted for it, and you count that as a bigger strike against her. That's a fair position to have. But he didn't even get the fact out there that, no, Don, you're wrong. We have the audio of it. It is a fact that you indeed were for it. Even if you're tepidly for it or whatever, you were for it. Own it. So he let him get away with that. The backlash, everybody was saying, "Matt, you couldn't fucking do that. How the fuck are you going to let him get away with that?" Now people are going away thinking, no, he was totally against it from the beginning. Well, Trump's like, oh shit, maybe the next debate moderator will actually fact check me. So what did he say? Quote, "I think maybe we should have no moderator. Let Hillary and I sit there and just debate. I think the system is being rigged, so it's going to be a very unfair debate, and I can see it happening right now. Everyone's saying that Lauer was soft on Trump. Well, now the new person's going to try and be really hard on Trump just to show the establishment what he can do. So I think it's very unfair what they're doing. I think we should have a debate with no moderators, just Hillary and I sitting there and talking." Look at this little bitch. He's scared of actual fact checkers. That is exactly what's happening. It is 100% what's happening. Now, you want to know why he's scared of fact checkers? I mean, the answer is obvious. I shouldn't even have to fucking say it, and I don't have to say it because I think most of you get it. But the guy, part of what he does is he's really a master at making his lies appear like he's a down-the-line straight shooter who's not bullshitting you. He's really good at it. In fact, I'm kind of amazed by it. It's almost like you could see how big of a psychopath he is when you put the positions back to back. So the video on Libya is the classic example. Repeatedly, he's like, "We got to go into Libya. We got to topple Gaddafi. We got to do it. We got to get rid of him. We got to get rid of him. We got to do it." Tremendous, believe me. And then you go to the next video, and he's talking to Ted Cruz during the debate. He's like, "Libya? I never even discussed Libya. You're a liar, Ted." And you go, Jesus Christ, he was so confident the way he said that if you're watching it and you don't know the context and you don't know his previous comments, you're going to go, I guess he didn't mention Libya, because he seems more forceful and he seems more passionate about saying he didn't support Libya than Ted Cruz sounded saying, no, you did talk about Libya. So he's got this amazing ability to just redefine reality in a split second and make it seem like if you disagree with him, you're the one that's bullshitting. But no, he's the one that's bullshitting. He's just really good at bullshitting. That's his whole thing. He can lie over and over and over and totally get away with it. Now, I'm not saying Hillary Clinton is not a liar because she is a liar, but face it, Trump is way better at lying. So now he's like, no moderator, please, no moderator. And again, I love making this point because it's so true. Look at this little fucking PC bitch, this little right-wing social justice warrior. He even says it. He's like, the next person's going to be really hard on Trump. I don't want that. Could you imagine a Democrat said that? Could you imagine Hillary Clinton was like, I don't want moderators because they're going to be really hard on me. Oh, are your feelings going to be hurt by somebody doing right by the country and fact-checking your bullshit? Oh, poor thing. But when Trump says it, still somehow everybody's like, oh yeah, keeping it real. That's not keeping it real. He's being a little bitch. He's being a little bitch. And again, so this all goes back also to Mitt Romney and President Obama. Because Candy Crowley decided to actually do her job for a split second and fact-check Mitt Romney when Mitt Romney was like, you didn't call what happened in Benghazi an act of terror. And Obama's like, hey, slapstick, yes, I did. It's on video in the Rose Garden the day after. I called it an act of terror. He's like, no, you didn't. It took you weeks. It took you weeks. And Candy Crowley's like, yeah, no, he did kind of say the day after. And then the right wing was like, oh, how dare you! Giving actual information and data to inform the voters. I'm appalled. So the right wing has just been anti-fact since then, well, for longer than that, but anti-debate moderators because they know that they're going to get called out on their bullshit more because it's true that they lie more and they don't tell the truth way more. So, but now when they just come out and say it and Trump's like, you're going to be too hard on me, like, where is people? Everybody should be saying what I'm saying right now, which is this is PC outrage. This is being a right-wing social justice warrior. You know, this is, it's almost an admission of like, yeah, no, if they're going to do their fucking jobs, I'm not going to be able to take it. Well, then that certainly says something about who you are and what your positions are. And it says nothing about the moderator if when the moderator does their job, all of a sudden you're like, I'm not so sure I want one of these things.